Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Sith Dominion podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Dana Martin, and with me tonight on our panel, we have our regulars, Cam, our regulars, Debbie, and our frequent flyer, Andrew. How are you doing tonight?
You're good.
I believe you called him another name earlier.
I do. I didn't know if that was appropriate to call him pod whore on air, but all right, so I won't do that.
Dr. Dana kept begging me to come back, and I said, okay.
Look, listen. Here's the deal. So Andrew, I love having on the show. He's that's not right. Let's okay. We love having Andrew on the show. Always has, stuff to say, not necessarily add, but what is amazing is that he is so
Tell me how you really feel.
He's so eclectic. I mean, he's on so many podcasts as a regular. I have him on standby. So whenever Zane, who is noticeably absent because you don't hear him. Oh, wait, you never hear him. But he's absent because he has rehearsal for a gig on Thursday at Cheatham Street. So go check him out at Cheatham. I think they're at Cheatham Street on Thursday. And I immediately, instead of waiting till the last minute, I pinged Andrew. Yeah. And Andrew was like, let's go. I'm ready. And then when it's time, he's like
55. And Dr. Dana's like, you want to be on? And I'm like, okay.
What? Yeah. No, it's never that late. Okay, I guess it is. What a week in sports, y'all. Go Team USA hockey. That's all I'm going to say about that. Next.
Yeah.
By the way, the NBA is the most entertaining it's ever been.
Man, I will tell. No, see, I love hockey. I didn't ever watch hockey. You guys watch? You like hockey? Anyone?
No, I don't really
like
watch
Canada personally.
Oh, sorry. No,
Wait.
Debbie,
so if Canada becomes the 51st state, how are they going to battle each other in hockey?
Let's say I don't know. I still think we just little brother them personally.
I think it was a really bad example or a perfect example of little brothering. Amen.
I personally think I feel like after we beat them that bad, I don't think they can become the 51st state, bro. Low key.
Well, it should be like Puerto Rico. We'll just kind of keep you on the side. You're kind of a part of us, but kind of not.
Kind of like me with this show. I am Puerto Rico to this show.
You are Puerto Rico. I got to ask Debbie, because you live more northern-y than we do. Do you watch hockey?
I used to watch local hockey. The town that I grew up in, we would go to their hockey games all the time. But I'll watch, depending on who's playing, I'll watch Olympic hockey.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, the Canadian stuff that you're talking about, I watched highlights on TikTok.
Yeah, I remember when I became a fan of hockey was in the 92 Olympics, USA, Russia, and it was a just incredible match. And USA won, and it was a hard fought, not like Canada where it was a hard fought. I mean, it was a good match, and started really liking hockey. Charlotte took me to my first real hockey game, which was Texas Stars, feeder team to the Dallas Stars. And we started getting packs of tickets. I fell in love. Man, this is like you go to watch a fight and sometimes there's hockey. I loved that minor league kind of style of play, fast and aggressive. And that's what we saw if you watch the highlights even in the game last night, which is not really NHL style. NHL is a lot slower, and they were not to be messed with last night. So good on them. Yeah. Absolutely, Star Wars nerd.
We have a Facebook and an Instagram.
Yeah, if you check us out in our bio on we have a link tree that has all of those links to pop in with us, and yeah, love to chat. My goodness, Andrew, you're on the show, and now Streamlabs trying to put you in.
That's a different Andrew. I don't recognize.
Bro, get this Fed out of our chat, bro. Get out of here, bro. We don't like the Feds, man.
Do you even have a job still, Fed? All right.
Not yet, but they're coming. They're coming for you, Fed. We're sending Doge and Elon to your crib right now. Out. Get out of here.
Why are they mad? Listen, think what you want about all that stuff, and we won't go too crazy, but I don't understand why people are angry. It's like okay. we all know people, if not you, have been in this situation. Honey, yeah, we need to talk. Oh yeah, well, you left your phone unlocked, and I saw a message, and I think that's a woman. And are you having an affair? What are you doing looking at my phone? That's what I feel like. I feel like Elon's like, hey, something's not right here. Can we take a look? He turns it
like, and the thing is, when he owned PayPal, he had access to everyone's information, like all your
nobody
tax
cared.
stuff. And nobody cared. But as soon as he becomes
Tesla, it doesn't have all of your info. Do you think?
Right, exactly.
Come on. But my point is, why are you mad at like? Why did you flip the script and make it about him and not about what he's finding or what the program is finding?
I think we as tax-paying citizens have an obligation and a right to know what our government spends the money they steal from us on. Sure. Personally, I think
why isn't it going to my banged up roads and not instead of your pockets?
That's right.
Yeah.
So I don't want to go into all that. We're not, but I think it's important to touch on it because politics is Star Wars too, man. I mean,
Star Wars
look,
is very
the whole Trade Federation, everyone getting up in arms about the unfair tariffs and taxes and of the trade shipping lanes and this and that. Like, guys, Lucas, come on. We all know SS and stormtroopers, and we all know the Nazi Empire was the basis for, or fascism as a whole, Nazi Empire basis for the empire. So we can't not pretend that it doesn't impact us as fans and impact us just as people. But I don't want to spend too much time. So that's my take. Anyways, this thing is gonna fall again because now it's like springy and it keeps popping like where I don't.
You're moving it, bro.
Look.
We're touching it,
bro. Okay, we got it.
Little
news for the week. There was something on the news for the week, and it was that what was it? Star Wars. Oh my god, I didn't write it down. Of course.
Was it about the Rey movie?
Yes.
Yeah, I could probably pull that up because I put that in the.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Of course you don't. I did see a breakdown of The Last Jedi saying that it was misunderstood and is quite possibly the greatest written Star Wars movie.
That movie makes me want to kill myself.
Well, so is it about? Is he really talking about politics in Star Wars?
Just kidding. Just kidding, everyone. Just kidding. It's not that serious. It's for the memes. It's for the memes.
It's for the memes.
I am okay. I have a loving family. I love where I'm at. It's okay. Don't demonetize us, Google.
Right. Cam, don't. Thank you. Janae, I didn't even have to say your name 3 times. I'm appreciating this, that there isn't a call out for Janae. Janae's just now here. We need to get you back on the show, Janae. And replace Andrew and pop you in there. Andrew, this is why we cannot have you.
Hey, that's I only sent it once. You keep
I did
putting it out. You keep putting it up.
Whoever could it be?
Debbie, how was I don't know why the health industry is always so interesting to me. Can you just these guys are out of control. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh man.
You notice the old people are not amused. This is we're like, what are we doing? I'm just kidding. I'm glad everyone's having fun tonight.
Somebody's amused.
Yes. Janae, thank you. Don't encourage them.
We like Janae.
We do.
Well, mostly.
We love fun.
So where was I? Oh,
was it so the Rey movie? Was it about her talking about the political? How Star Wars has always been political.
It might have been
the new writer.
No, the new writer.
The new writer. All right, let me see if I can find that because that's from.
Did you know that, Cam? Did you see that? No, probably.
No,
not.
Sir. I have not. I have been off the web for a little while.
How's everything going with the move? And I mean, you getting settled in finally, and
kind of settled in. Boxers are gone. Kind of struggling to find like a routine. Got some rooms to fill. Got some things to work out, but mostly settled in.
That's good.
It's better than apartment life. I will tell you that.
Oh heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Dr. Dana's shirt is getting taken off.
Whoa!
What?
Answering the comments.
No.
Yeah.
Debbie, I got to hear about the healthcare vaccination, whatever industry where you feel better. I think the more people you get to jab. No, that's not how the days go. And that's not your gauge of how fun the day is.
I don't like talking to people.
As you're on a podcast.
It's different.
I know.
We're
I'm
not
the same
in
way.
person, and I can click out anytime I want.
That's true.
And she has, folks. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, the race stuff's interesting too, right? I think when I don't know, man. I've been fortunately falling down some rabbit holes where I kind of am beginning to, and I'm late to the party, I think, beginning to understand more about what the intent was for Rey, not how it ended up. Okay. And I say that because The Force Awakens, I hope that they tap into what we were all kind of feeling and seeing with her there. Because I don't want to speak for everyone, but I feel like we agree. We didn't mind whatever was happening. Like, okay, this is interesting. This is cool. We like where this is going. And yes, we've talked ad nauseum about the different writers and everything being messed up. But if they can maybe tap into that, I don't know what you guys think. If they can recapture some of that, do you think you'd be more apt to check it out? And I'm speaking, I guess, more to like Cam, who the only reason I think he watches any shows on Disney Plus is because we're on the podcast. But
not true, brother.
Okay,
not true.
I mean, how would you feel? I mean, this new Rey project, if it ever comes to fruition, being kind of along those veins where we get to see more of that Rey that we started to learn of. Would you be down with that, or do you think there's no going back?
They got a big elephant in the room to fill with her last name, her new last name. I mean, I'm game for any good Star Wars project. I think if they can take a little bit of what they did for Skeleton Crew, try to tap into that on the big screen, I feel like that could, but I don't know, man. I feel like they've lost a lot, and it's going to take a really, really good movie to recover. And I don't know if the Rey movie is really just ever going to see the light of day, because I don't really know what's there. They got a big elephant in the room with this new Master Skywalker. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
I'd be interested to see. I don't know who they attach to that project to make people think like this might have a chance to be good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And is Lucasfilm even gonna let it be good? You know what I mean? Without any meddling or such and such. I mean, I think personally the route to go would be to just 2,000 years in the future, just start from something new. You know what I mean? But
yeah, and I feel you. I think with Rey, I don't know. The more rabbit holes I've been falling down, the more I am starting to like more. I don't want to argue about it tonight. That's another day. but I feel like there is potential. There's opportunity, and are they gonna screw this up too?
They just gotta get the right people, man. That's
yeah.
But who
do they have the right actress? Do we disagree? Like, she can be Rey however they need her to be, but could she be the Rey that you would like to see her as?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think any part of any actor in the sequel trilogy, I don't think there was anything at their core acting level that was an issue with them. It was more of what they were given to work with, which really wasn't a whole lot when you look into it. So,
but you're right. We've been talking about this for about a year now. Every month we talk about it at least once all year. Debbie, is it going to happen or not? Are they?
I really don't care. If it comes out, it comes out. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Is that what they've done to us, or we're talking it to death? Because, man, I feel like every time you open up Star Wars news, there's something else about it. And I kind of feel like maybe they're just stringing us along. And
yeah, I don't even read the rumors anymore. I just scroll by. I really don't care. If it comes out, I'll definitely go watch it. But until then, I'm tired of, oh God, we had, a writer. Now we don't. Now we do. Now we don't. It's coming out next year. Now it's not. Hasn't even filmed yet. Blah, 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 blah. I don't give a
at this point, man,
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of movies, there's a big movie that just came out.
So I don't get my opinion on Rey.
Okay, what's your opinion on Rey?
Just gonna skip. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, let me ask
cook.
you a more poignant
Let 'em
question.
cook,
Hold
Doc.
on. Here we go.
Let them cook, bro.
When it comes to the new potential Rey release movie, will we see BB-8? Will we see C-3PO? And will we see R2? Will they be continued to be necessary for the story? Specifically R2 and C-3PO, who've been in every movie, or every main Skywalker movie. Are they going to have all that crap? What do you think? Would you want that? Let's ask that. Would you want all the droids and all that kind of stuff again? Yes, you,
Okay.
Andrew, for Pete's.
Well, okay. Yeah, I mean, I thought I was going to get an answer about whether or not the movie's happening. That's all.
No, we already know it's probably not. Okay.
I would like to see the droids in the movie. I mean, I don't think BB-8 is the level that R2 and C-3PO are, of course, but BB-8 is just a fun droid, and so I think it'd be cool to if the movie ends up happening.
If.
Debbie's disgusted, bro. She turned off the cam.
I know. She's like, these guys, man, I'm done.
Or Chewie chewed the cord.
Yep.
No, I'm here. I just had to do something real quick.
Get some snacks.
No.
Unlike poker chips. What do we got going on?
Debbie, blink twice if you're in danger.
All right. So there's a new movie that was like 80. I don't know.
Thank you.
What was I saying? Oh, the new movie. Captain America. Something.
Brave New
Brave
World.
New
Is that
World.
it?
New World.
Yeah.
And this is part of phase 2, right?
Yep.
I
Oh,
don't
I think
know.
we're in like phase 5. I don't know. Does
Phase.
Feige know
It's
what
actually
phase we're in?
phase 3.5.
Oh, okay. I have no idea.
It's a
I have
sequel
not-
to a
5 or
phase
6.
2
I
movie.
don't know. Something like
I
that.
haven't seen.
Yeah.
I stopped watching during Secret War. Like that was the last thing.
Oh,
I
Secret
saw. So
Invasion.
anything that came out after that, I haven't. Or Secret Invasion. I haven't seen anything after that. So all
Wow,
the
you've missed some good stuff.
Hulk stuff, She-Hulk, or the. Did you watch that, Debbie? Did you watch She-Hulk?
I watch all of them.
I
Was it
did.
good? Was it okay?
It was good.
Yeah.
I
Moments.
liked it. A lot of people don't. I mean, I thought it was funny. It was kind of struck them back. I mean, sometimes it got really cringy, but
Yeah.
for the most part, it was okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Was Mark
Oh,
Ruffalo
God.
in that at all?
Yes.
Yeah.
Briefly.
Okay.
But only as Hulk.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't seen it, and I was watching the Secret whatever, and then it was dumb, and I couldn't. I don't know. I just and I fell out of favor with all the Marvel stuff. Even at that point, I hadn't watched much since then. So this Brave New World, of course, I know Brody or not Brody. Crap. What's the Steve? Not Steve. What's the guy?
Sam Wilson.
Sam Wilson.
Where'd you get Brody?
Brody.
Yes,
Brody.
War
Brody is War Machine. I said Brody because there's a corgi named Brody. Just leave it alone. That's what popped in my head. Anyways, I don't know much about this Captain America, so I'm open to.
Did you see
Find
Falcon
out.
and the Winter Soldier?
Oh, I didn't make it through that whole series either. That was kind of.
Whoa! All right, Debbie and I are out of here.
I got like 3 episodes in. I was like, oh man, here we go.
Damn, that
Did
was
you
like
watch it?
actually that was, yeah, I watched it. I mean, it wasn't that bad.
No,
No.
I should probably, now that I'm playing some rivals, I need to probably.
That's strike
learn
2. You
those
get
characters
strike
a
3. You
little
got to take the shirt off.
No.
Yeah, take that off, brother. Take it off.
She-Hulk was decent, laughing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then what? Oh, the ending. Oh, I guess it was bad.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, who saw the winter? What is it? New beginning, new dawn.
Brave New World.
Brave
You're
New
just like
World.
David. You are just like David. Dead Devil born.
Hey, hold on, fellas. I just got to put this up because Star Wars nerd was spitting in here. He was spitting in the chat. I didn't see it.
I know.
We agree with you though.
Yeah, we're with
Anyways,
you.
Debbie, Andrew, I'll lock it
Mhm.
back in here. Doc, take a sip, take a hit, take a puff. Mute the mic. Do what you got to do. All right. I'm gonna ask you because I asked it in the pre-show.
Mhm.
Debbie, Andrew, is this movie worth a price of a trip of 2 people, 6 p.m. showtime, who want a popcorn, a bag of candy, and a shared drink? Is that worth it? Is it worth it?
I'm going to say
Not IMAX either, because I'm not going to get robbed.
I don't know, because see, I think the movie's good. Like, it's a solid Marvel movie, you know. I can't speak for Debbie. I mean, personally, my theater doesn't cost that much. So I don't know. That might be better for Debbie to answer.
We got to send a mark. Put that in context.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine. Yeah, mine. I mean, even with snacks, mine's $15 because I go to the morning matinee.
Oh.
But was it worth it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
if we weren't
$50, but
if we weren't reviewing it for MCU Monday, I probably would have just waited for Disney Plus.
I wouldn't.
Oh, that's a hot take right there, brother. All right.
But are you glad you didn't?
Yeah, because it is a good time. Like it is a good time. So
hold on. What were the Phase 4 movies?
It's it's kind of like a sequel to The Incredible Hulk. It very much feels like an early MCU movie, which I thought was cool. I mean, Anthony Mackie's. By the way, I forgot to say this on MCU Monday, so I'm saying it now. Harrison Ford is really good as Thaddeus Ross. I mean, you really think he's been playing Thaddeus Ross all these years? I mean, the emotion he brings to the character is you would not think it was the first time he's playing this character.
I saw an interview. He was talking about like he wanted to have fun with it. Like he enjoyed himself on the set.
Oh, this is Phase
you never
5.
hear him say.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And actually, they didn't use CGI for Red Hulk. People just asked him a bunch of Star Wars questions, and they got him really angry. And
he did not phone it in. That's for sure. He was really good.
Hey kid.
Yeah. I mean, I would have seen it regardless. I mean, I had a happy surprise in the movie. So
yes.
Oh,
yep.
No spoilers, huh? All right.
No spoilers. I won't say anything, but I was, my
may have been some drooling.
Yeah, some drooling.
Actually, that already happened with Harrison Ford. So
yeah, I had to, dump out my drool bucket. So
what the hell kind of show is this?
yeah, it's
a movie back in now because
I have crushes on. It shouldn't be too hard.
All right.
Okay. All right. Rank these 4 for me. I'm not going to ask about Guardians and Deadpool 3. We already know where those would be in this list.
Yeah.
I know this is Phase 5, but Phase 4 was a little rough. Okay. Quantumania, Love and Thunder, Multiverse of Madness, Brave New World. Rank them for me, please. I have seen the other 3 in theaters. I have not.
I
And-
think I would go.
Love and Thunder almost gave me an aneurysm.
So I
One,
think
because
I
I
would.
was laughing so hard at the goats, and 2, because it was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in the MCU. Personally,
So at
Like,
number
I didn't
one, I'm
think
gonna
you could
I'm
get
gonna
worse
go
than
with.
Ragnarok.
At number one, I'm gonna go with Love and Thunder, and I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I
Number
was like,
one,
mother-
number one. Honestly, the number 1 and 2 could be interchangeable because I probably would put Multiverse of Madness there right now.
okay.
Then Brave New World, then Quantum Mania, then Love and Thunder. But give Brave
I
New
would
World
agree with
another
those.
watch, and I might put that above Multiverse of Madness.
Oh wow, really? Wow,
Maybe.
That's interesting.
Yeah. But I really do like Multiverse of Madness, so I don't know.
See, Janae, here's the deal. Love and Thunder, I didn't like the direction they took with Thor, and Christian Bale was underused. That's
Oh,
one of
I
my
agree with that. I would
one
agree
of
with
my big gripes
Christian.
with the movie. The goats that they had, absolutely. Every time they're on the screen, I thought I was going to have an aneurysm from laughing so hard. But as a Thor movie, was not a fan. That's why I
The
said
first 10, 15 minutes with like the Guardians, that's great. Like I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh man, this movie's gonna be like Ragnarok, it's gonna be great. And then it just got worse and worse. And problem is they took what was great about Ragnarok and just milked it dry in Love and
Mm-hmm.
Thunder. And just it was like, and then you get Christian Bale, Batman, and that's
he's
what
in
you
there
do
like
with him.
10 minutes, bro.
Batman.
Yeah.
All right, Debbie. Let's hear it.
I'd have to agree with Andrew with
Solid.
his ranking.
Solid.
Yeah.
Okay.
I pretty much agree with that.
I may go see it. I haven't watched fully all of the most recent shows, but I have watched Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Really?
So.
Yeah, that's really the only required viewing for this movie is Incredible Hulk, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Not necessary, but you have to know part of what happens in Eternals for a scene in Brave New World, which one of the best scenes of the movie. But it's not necessary.
Did they address the thing in the sky finally?
In the ocean?
Yeah, whatever it is. They talk about it. That's what you're referring to, Eternals.
Yes.
And
Man,
that's
talk
one
about a
that
blunder,
part
too.
of the movie has it's one of the best parts of the movie, actually.
Okay.
There's
All
a
right,
All
scene.
right, I'll have to watch it when it comes out on Disney Plus.
Hey, Dana, let's go together. We're not going to premiere though, brother.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, premiere so I can eat as much popcorn and slushy as I want. That's right.
Hey, we can just go together.
Yeah,
I gotta send a shout out
Listen.
to Sam Sonite.
you just got it.
No, I know it. This guy, I used to be in a band with this guy. Sam plays fiddle, violin, fantastic.
Oh, nice.
It's a hot
I don't know
take,
what
and
happened, I
I'm
just
not
did.
familiar with old Star Trek, so
Uh-oh,
I
Debbie.
Debbie's like, all
Wow,
right.
I was shocked. I thought Debbie was going to be mad.
I mean the new Star Wars is pretty low bar, Sam, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amen. All right. Well, when it comes to new stuff, we're gonna talk about old stuff for Star Wars tonight, and we're gonna circle back around to some pretty important pieces to the Skywalker saga. Really, this is a moment we didn't. This is one of those moments that for me I didn't think I needed, and that you could do without it. But I'm so glad that it's in, if that makes sense. They didn't have to do this whole Mortis arc. I'm glad they did because it added more depth to the likes of Ahsoka. It added more depth to Anakin, and more challenges for him. And I love the arc, as I stated last week. And so tonight we're gonna work on the Altar of Mortis, which is episode 16. And so here was the poll for the week. Which moment was more pivotal in the Altar of Mortis? Was it Ahsoka's possession by the sun, or the daughter's sacrifice, or her sacrificial act of stepping in the way of her father being killed? Which of those two moments do you believe were more pivotal?
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka.
I was gonna say
That was the
believe that's-
general
I
consensus.
believe that's what I
online.
voted for as well.
Well, because I mean, you
Why?
don't really have the episode if you don't have that moment. Honestly, I mean, if she doesn't get taken, right? You don't really get the sacrifice.
Yeah, and Anakin having to deal with in a very short amount of time that loss too.
Hmm.
And there's a moment that I'll pull up later in the show that I mentioned earlier that it never hit until watching it today. The daughter sacrifice was no small thing. It was important for, I think, understanding the dynamic of what the brother really I mean, he didn't mean to kill his sister, but he wasn't mad about it. He was mad because he didn't kill the father, right? Like it was like I think initially when I watched that episode, there's that moment where he's freaking out, and I'm like, did he care about his sister? I don't know. I don't think so. I think he was just pissed because the plan failed in killing his father. What do you guys think?
Yeah, he was pissed that she interfered.
Yeah.
Because he's like, why?
Bye, Janae.
Later. See you
Oh, she's
soon.
gonna be back. She said, "Be right back." Debbie, that means we have to stay on for another hour and a half.
No, I can't
Lord.
do it, man.
Well, I don't know. We've already we're just now getting to Mortis, and we've been on.
I
for
know,
30
we're 30
minutes,
minutes
so it
in.
probably will be an hour and a half.
I'm tired. This cold
I'm
weather makes me tired.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's that? What's that like up there right now?
Hold on, I look. Oh, for the love of Pete.
I know. We're just waiting on the show for you to tell us the temperature in Indiana.
We're gonna start playing the Jeopardy music.
5 people watching simultaneous, waiting for you to tell us the temperature.
Yeah.
It's 11 degrees.
No, I'm sorry. It's
Damn.
It's 11. That's what I turned my amps up to. 11.
It's
Tomorrow.
11.
Tomorrow here is gonna be very cold. The feel is gonna be 8 degrees.
It's gonna feel like it's 8. Yeah. Where you're
But
at.
it was this morning when I got up. It with windshield. It was -9.
Oh my
Yikes!
God.
I guess I can't complain now.
Nope.
I might wear pants actually with that.
Oh my. I'm
All
waiting
I
for the
wanna do is
hashtag.
get in bed
Don't-
and just pull
Read
the
a good
covers
book.
up and cuddle with the kitty.
Oh my goodness, Chewy.
That sounds like
Right next to
fun,
the
though.
fireplace, reading a good book.
All right. So yeah. Ahsoka's possession being the most important piece. How is it that she let's change this around. The son clearly knew that how important that Ahsoka was to Anakin. He also knew that what's up, Geek and I? Yes, 22 feels like 4. Yeah, it's getting colder quicker. Bottom's
Mhm.
falling out. How is it that she I don't know. She kept saying, "I'm gonna fight it. You're not gonna whatever," and blah blah blah. And it's all words. We know she's gonna end up. I don't know. There was a hope the first time I watched it, right? Where I'm like, you're not gonna fall for any dark side, whatever. And then she got possessed. Like it wasn't even a choice.
Well,
did-
he bit her.
Yeah, right.
He
He bit her.
infected her with some kind of communicable disease.
Because he was in disguise, whatever, as the little dude. What did he have a name? I don't remember. Oh, this little weirdo guy. How did that sit with you? That didn't sit well with me. Just as far as what I knew of Force and knew how the Force operated. Why would there have to be this bite of transitioning into like Exar Kun didn't do that to possess a student of Luke's,
Yeah, but Mortis is a weird planet.
Mhm.
Not true.
Things work differently there.
True. Not like
Now
it's an
Debbie
excuse.
gets it with the different planets. We're always having to tell her that gravity works different on other planets. That's why people age differently. And
What?
yeah,
I don't know. I'm too tired.
I know I ate steak and wine for dinner, but I'm a little drowsy. But
I'm just blaming it on my old age.
gotcha. I don't know what you're saying, Andrew. So what?
I don't know anymore, I guess.
I think he was insulting me. Were you insulting me?
No.
I think you were.
I was clarifying
blushing.
something.
Bro, look how red those brothers' cheeks got, bro.
I know they did. They lit right up.
I was clarifying something,
So let's talk about the relational struggle here between father or daughter and son. So who has siblings? Okay. Any of y'all have it's clearly not to the extent that the son and daughter had, but you've had disagreements on what should happen, things should happen, especially in terms of maybe a parent's death or whatever. Like, how do you, when we see the example of what's set here, we see a person that's very not necessarily pacifist, but she doesn't want to fight him if she doesn't have to, but she's willing to do whatever to stop him from making the wrong decisions, right? And isn't that what we do for those who we love? If we see them making a poor decision, try to help, or don't we? I mean, what's the line to cross? Clearly in the show, right? He's going to try to take over the universe. There's a line that she needs to cross. But for us, we have lines with our siblings. Do we ever cross them? Do we keep that relationship, or because of the relationship, do we get to cross and say, no, you're wrong. Stop. What do you guys do with your siblings? Or is it different?
Well,
depending on.
yeah.
Well, I'm the baby of the family of 8, and
that explains a lot.
they were much older than me.
She doesn't hear that. Oh, come on. Come on.
What'd you say?
Nothing. I'm not gonna tattletale.
I used my outside voice on accident, and I was like, "Well, that explains a lot." The baby. Okay, I don't want you to leave, Debbie. Don't leave. So,
anyways, so I was much younger because I was a boo-boo. I was not planned. I mean, I know at least my brothers closest to me in age kind of resented me at times when we were younger, because it was always, hey, take Debbie with you, and they were, here I am, I'm still in single digits and they're teenagers, and it's like,
oh, come on,
why?
We don't want to take her to the movies.
Can't rob the bank if she's with me.
Hey, Debbie, you were like the penguin.
Huh?
And the penguin,
fat and ugly. Thank you.
No.
Oh, damn, Andrew.
No, because his older siblings take him with him, and they don't want him. And then he, you don't remember that episode?
Oh, yes, I do. I just thought you were.
I gotta quit all the inside jokes.
God, what a plot twist in that episode too, bro. Oh my god, my mouth was on the floor, bro.
I'm not saying Debbie did that, but all the inside jokes are just going over the head tonight. So
I told you, I'm tired.
What a phenomenal show. Danny, you need to watch that show.
Will do.
It's excellent.
Excellent.
But anyways, it never, I mean, we were always all very close. Even though I only have one left. And I don't talk to him as much because he doesn't text and that, and I don't like phone calls.
But he's a people it's okay to talk to people
I'd rather text than be on the phone.
Nothing wrong with that.
Plus, every time he calls me, somebody has died. So I'm like,
oh gosh.
Don't call.
So I don't know who's going to call me when he passes. I'm just like, Jesus. But anyways, we, I mean, five of the kids were half siblings, but we never looked at it that way. we
Sure.
never called ourselves half. We were always brothers and sisters, and when there was birthdays or Thanksgiving or Christmas, we were all together. Even the ex-wife and her husband, my mom, my dad. We were all there.
Heck yeah. But so you guys didn't have, well, and I guess from your perspective, being so younger than them, yeah, you probably didn't get to experience those, super bickering. That's my hairbrush, jerk, or whatever.
No, usually it was my two brothers who were closest to me in age who always got in trouble, and they complained that I never got in trouble, and I was like, well, I'm just not stupid like you guys.
So you had a
see what
blend.
makes Dad mad. I'm not doing it.
You had
And
a
by
blend
the
of
time I
brothers
got
and sisters?
to my teens, Dad was much older and pretty much mellowed out, so yeah, I didn't get nowhere near the treatment they did.
Mm-hmm.
So I lucked out.
Sorry, I'm pulling this up. So you had a blend of brothers and sisters?
Yes.
What about you two?
I have two younger sisters. And
You're the oldest?
Yep. Oh, well, yeah. Yep. And that's all I got to say on that. You don't want to get me going.
Cam, you got siblings?
I think when you're kids and you have, or when you're young and you're just kids, there's all kinds of bull crap that goes on, and I'm just observing this from watching my own kids. When they were young, oh my God, the fights and the arguments and the beating up of each other and whatever. But now it's like, they're all cool.
Yeah, you kind of grew out of that, right? Well, hopefully.
For the most part. I mean, there's
I've learned to just not care as much about like I don't start fights really. It's usually between my sisters. Like they're right at those ages where they butt heads a lot. I'm just a chill guy,
Well, in that case, laughter is not
Chill guy meme.
You lie.
It's all off the record.
Where's your mom?
Who knows?
Oh, you're at the different house, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have no parents.
I'll have to have a talk with Mrs. Haley.
So, Cameron,
edit this out.
Sir?
Siblings, and are you guys close, or you guys have issues like these two? Not you two, the two on the show. Not this show.
Huh?
No, I mean, I got an interesting family dynamic. I'm the only kid between my parents, but I have a half sister on both sides, mom and dad. But kind of like Debbie said, there's just my sisters don't really kind of look at it that way. Then I have step siblings on either side. One step sibling on one side that I've known basically my entire life, and then others that are more recent, But in terms of my two younger sisters, I mean, I probably wasn't the best brother growing up, mostly because they're both 4 to 3 years younger than me, and I was kind of playing double life almost in a divorced household. And so I'd go from one I'd see 75% of the time, and then one I'd only see 25%. And so it's just interesting. I try now just to send them a text once a week because one just graduated college and one's in college, and just try to call them, text them once a week. I've learned calling the younger gen is an easy way to get on the phone, but sometimes they don't answer. So, but
like Debbie,
definitely wasn't the best brother growing up, but trying to trying to be better. So
Yeah, I don't answer my phone unless I know who it is. If a number pops up, I'm like, yeah, straight to voicemail.
Yeah.
And plus, my kids don't call. We all text. Like my daughter and I, we text every single freaking day. We're sending TikToks of stupid cats to each other.
Oh my.
We watch a lot of the same shows. So, we're talking about TV shows. My oldest son, I talk to him probably 2 or 3 times a week, depending. I mean, if he's gone somewhere, he'll send me a shitload of pictures and, well, this is where we went. This is what we did, blah, 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 blah. And then we'll talk about shows that we watch. And then my youngest son lives with me. And so we're, we always talk, but
Talk about once a week,
Every now and then. The dynamic between between the daughter and the son, I feel like they were really trying to show that there was a definite tie or relationship that eroded over the course of these couple of episodes up to this point, anyways. And I think just looking back at my own sibling, it's interesting to kind of look. Yeah, I probably have regrets when it comes to my sister. I don't have regrets like to my life, but when it comes to like maybe I shouldn't have been so mean, or maybe I shouldn't have done trying to make her flinch so I could punch her in her arm and accidentally knock her square on the nose. Stuff like this that I could probably, or try to stab her with a pitchfork. That's a story for another time.
You know what?
What?
Well, I'll let you finish and then I'll say.
Oh no, let's change the subject. I'm digging myself a hole. So.
Well, no, I was gonna say I was never one to always like punch or hit my sisters, but they would do that to me. Because one time, one of my younger sisters told me to come into the bathroom, and I was like, "Okay, we're young. I mean, this, and she turns off the light and then sucker punches me in the stomach.
Next thing you know, I've got like socks with soap bars smacking me in the face. Like
pretty much. I was like, oh gosh. So
Andrew got to live a quasi prison riot. It was lovely. Let's talk about our girl here. This is how I like to see my Ahsoka. Can y'all hear it?
No. You got it muted, you big dummy.
Oh, look at
you got to turn the sound on.
Wow. I need to talk to HR. This is a little hostile work environment up in here.
We do not have HR. We will never ever get HR.
Because one of us
HR. Then who did I talk to? Oh no!
Yeah, you got scammed, brother.
Dude, okay, let's try it again.
Are you proud of me, Master?
What?
He's like super spicy.
Of course I'm proud of you. Now let's get out of here.
He's right. Right about everything. You must join him. He only wants what's best for the universe.
I mean, that was kind of like Kenobi when the daughter appeared and he's like, hello there.
Hello. Hello. She's
only just her body posture, like, yes. Like
Anakin's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? He's like, what? I love this scene, man.
You must join him. He only wants what's best for the universe.
Hey, what's wrong with you?
Always with the criticism, Master. Never really believing in me. Trusting me. Well, I don't need you anymore.
Ahsoka, listen to me.
Okay, time out, man. Like, I got some vibes right there of what's the second movie in the prequels?
Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones. Thank you.
Big fan.
Where he's like, I'm not the Jedi. Like that conversation with Padme is to me a little reminiscent where, and I think for him it's hold on, I know what path you're going down because I started thinking kind of weird like this about my master Obi-Wan. I'm just gonna play the clip. I'm gonna shut off because I don't even know what's happening right now.
He has done something to you. Snap out of it. This isn't you, Ahsoka.
Isn't it? I feel more like myself than I ever have. He asked me to give you a message. He said, if you don't join him, he will kill me.
I won't let him.
Then
I don't know why that's funny. It's not. She's literally hypnotized or whatever. Like possessed.
Well, I mean, it's so out of character for her to act like that.
Yeah. You know, what's her name had a blast at doing these episodes. I would love to see her on a panel talk about this arc. What's her name? The voice
Ashley
actor.
Eckstein.
Yeah. And unless it's already out there. If it is, bring it up. We'll talk about it next week. But yeah, I love.
you will be forced to kill me.
He's so confused.
Bro, he would totally wax her if he was actually fighting back. Like, like that fight would have ended like in the first like 5 seconds.
100%, man. I'm gonna skip ahead here to the rest of this fight.
And now, the student will kill the master.
Okay, time out. I'm not gonna watch some stupid Disney cartoon Star Wars thing.
Not
That's
Disney yet.
That's ridiculous. Oh yeah, that's right. This is pre-Disney.
Yeah.
These was before the dark times, Dana. Before the dark times.
So it's all Lucasfilm and Cartoon Network.
I might
like
have been
this.
trying to make a point. Maybe.
It's the supreme leader. Put him at the top. He's above the rest.
He
He's a
has the
dictator.
high ground.
By the way, brother, you're not showing the stream. No one knows what you're watching right now.
Call me that. The master.
Getting ahead of yourself, aren't you, Snips?
Don't call me that. I hate it when you call me that.
She said,
Annie?
"Don't call me that. I'm not a kid. I'm a grown boy." Sorry. I don't know why he's so funny to me sometimes. I'm sorry. That was pretty cool. So, can we take a moment to talk about the technical aspect of the saber fights that we have been watching in these episodes we've been watching? I like them. So, how do you guys feel about what we see in this animated series for saber fighting?
Oh,
Is
they're
it over-
great.
It's
Oh,
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the best lightsaber fights are in Clone Wars.
Yeah, you got
Even Rebels. Throw that in there.
you got
Amen, brother.
Palpatine going up against Maul and Savage.
Mhm.
And then you got Maul going up against Ahsoka, which
Yeah.
I mean they used motion cap for that.
Mhm.
That was great. That was in season 7. So yeah, there's some great shit in this in these shows.
Has nothing to do with the lightsaber fights, but if you take out those 4 episodes with the twin sisters in season 7, it's a
Amen,
perfect
brother.
season of television.
Oh yeah.
Amen, brother.
That's
you are
the
spit.
Only thing that keeps it from being perfect, calling it a perfect season. Everything else is perfect in that.
I don't
you
watch
just,
those
I mean,
episodes.
you just skip
Yeah.
it. I mean,
Timmy's like,
You're right, yeah. If you pretend they don't
It's like
exist, then it is a
Resistance
perfect
to
season.
me. I don't watch those 2 episodes.
Or the
so what
robots.
in those episodes
Those
are
droids.
connected to pre or post those 2 episodes? Is there a connection with them, or could they easily be removed and you not have to watch them?
Only because she had just left the order.
yeah.
Yeah. But
So
I
there's
don't.
some bits in there that are okay then, yeah? With her.
No.
No.
Not really. I mean, I think you could just take them out completely, and they just had to get the episode count. They had to get the 12 episodes or 13 episodes, whatever it was.
They're filler episodes.
Very much.
Even though they're the first 2 episodes of the
Yeah.
season. Yeah. Yeah. We just
It's all
bypassed
worth it for the end, though. The
Oh,
end.
yeah.
That is
definitely.
very true.
Yeah.
2 Jedi. Finally, a challenge.
Dude, I think that she was I think people underestimate. I don't. I think generally fans that understand Ahsoka and how skilled she was as a war. I mean, she was brought up in the Order as a warrior, and that was not the case for all these other Jedi, right?
Janae's back. Welcome
Janae's back. She couldn't help it. She had to come back.
Somehow Janae returned.
Somehow. Janae has returned. I don't know. You guys get where I'm saying here? I think she doesn't get enough credit for the skill, at least at this point that we knew her. We saw her perform in battle several times, and her strategies when she was alone trying to escape or defeat whoever, escape from Grievous a time or two. I don't know. What do you guys feel about her saber fighting acumen, and did they do that well with her? Is that something you enjoy watching her fight?
I don't even know what that word meant.
Acumen?
What
Like
it,
she's
what?
good. Skill and her ability and
Well,
capability.
just freaking say that.
That's more words than just acumen.
I mean, low key, brother.
Well,
I
if
think
you had
if
just said the words in the first place, you wouldn't have had to go down the spiel of explaining what acumen meant.
Huh.
You got to remember who you're talking to here. You got number
All right,
one.
I'm about to get
dumbass.
booted.
Number one dumbass.
Listen, my Dr. Dana Martin can't carry the entire staff of the podcast. Just kidding. It's
Oh,
not.
his head is getting bigger and bigger.
No, it's
and
not.
bigger.
I don't know.
What were you
Cam
saying?
and Zane and I did just fine. Thank you very much.
Yeah, y'all
And
did. Y'all
straight,
did
and
great with that.
we were out of here in an hour and 5 minutes, bro. Debbie was so
And
happy.
straight.
Stake in the ground. How good was the show?
Great.
Well, it was less than 2 hours, so it was pretty damn good.
Well, you got to upload more than just one episode that week or month or whatever.
I did. Thank you. I'm with Debbie. What's up,
In what?
Samantha? Hello. Yeah. With
The
what?
big words.
Big word?
Yeah.
All right. Let me take the doctor off, and I'll just be Dana. Just kidding. I won't use big words like ACUNE, like a 6-letter word. No. So
Keep words under 4 letters.
talk to me, Cam. You were about to say something before they went on this tirade against me. What were you saying?
Yeah, man. I mean, I think Ahsoka's saber skill is definitely good for where she's at in her Jedi training and journey. But I personally think, given those two, if they were actually trying to get the job done, if it wasn't her, feel like she's getting waxed. I think even Anakin's waxing her, honestly, in my opinion.
Yeah,
But-
I'm with you. I think that if she were to really had been a threat, he would have incapacitated her within 2 moves. I mean,
Oh,
just
yeah.
he's-
I mean,
Yeah.
he was definitely not going full force on her.
no.
I mean, he is like.
He was pulling his punches.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
on paper or within the Order. I mean, he's top 5 maybe arguably top 3 duelists in the Order at that time. Even
Who, Anakin?
as a knight.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what
Yeah, for
it's probably
sure.
what Yoda, Mace, Kiadi Mundi, I think.
Mundi.
Ah,
What about Kenobi?
Keanu Mundi was a hell of a saber fight.
I don't know if like canonically he's considered like better than Anakin at that time.
Maybe.
Mhm.
But I'm with you. I think her level of where she's at for her age and training, she excelled. And I know that was the point, right? She was supposed to be special. I didn't know we needed an Ahsoka when I was growing up and just had Vader. And then whenever I saw the movies and the prequels, I was like, that's cool. Why doesn't he ever have an apprentice, or excuse me, a Padawan? And they answer that question in the cartoon, but I think I dig it, man. I didn't know how I felt at first when we first had this show, but I think it makes a difference in. Well, clearly, it's made a difference in the path of Lucasfilm and what they're going to be doing in Disney. We have shows because of this, and I think it was just well done, really well done. We'll finish up this and talk about the path.
2 Jedi, finally a challenge.
Oh crap! Really? That's what I did? Oh no, this is good though. This is,
Way. Any suggestions?
Yes, we cut her free.
What is that?
It can kill the sun.
I mean,
okay.
well, bro, when you really watch this fight, I mean, she's swinging pretty hard, and these fellows are not even just. They're kind of just holding the line.
What did he say? Any suggestions?
Yeah, like bro just throws her.
Get back!
Any
Hey, what the hell are we supposed to do with her?
I
don't know. Try using this glowy thing I just found.
It can kill the sun.
Where did you get that? Give it to me!
All right. Look. This is why guys, the dark side. Look how open she is. If he wanted to, right down the center, and just cut her in half with a saber. Look at this. Come on.
I mean, all Obi-Wan's got
He
to
can do it with his eyes closed.
Obi-Wan's just got a force dash like they do in Phantom Menace, and we never see him do it again. And I mean, she's just wax, bro.
I don't know. I think he's watching like, what's he gonna do here? Always judging, aren't you, Obi-Wan? Just watching what is Anakin gonna do here? Just kidding. He's not judging. This got to be tough, right? I mean, it's not. It's like when you have those folks that you know that get under the influence of some bad group of friends and they're acting the fool, and you're like, dude, stop, and you're like throwing up blocks, right? Like you don't want to say the thing that's gonna hurt them, but at the same time, you're like, stop, just grow up. You know what I'm saying? She's lost her mind.
Well, she's possessed.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, we all have those friends that we feel like are making bad decisions and they're possessed. What do you do with them?
Is that what you're saying about me?
100%. Okay. Yeah. This is all good. This is all fun. And this is great. But
This is how kids nowadays watch the shows with their attention spans. Like, all right.
I just put it on 2 times speed and just.
I am weak.
Now!
Dude, that was. Who? Okay, I'm going to show my stupidity here and ignorance. Who wrote this episode? Do we know? I didn't look it up.
Well, what's the episode number? And I can go to IMDb.
16.
16, season
All right.
3, episode 16.
Man,
1 second.
Christian Taylor
This is chock
Dang it.
full of gold, folks.
is who wrote this episode.
Well, never.
Brilliant.
Anakin, now!
That right there, and then just look back. Oh, love it.
Bitch, what you gonna do now?
He's so big and bad. Who's the chosen one now?
The altar.
I am sorry, Father. I didn't know how else to stop him.
Give it to me, child.
Yeah. That's
Ahsoka,
right.
no.
Oh, you don't want me to hand this over? Watch this. I was thinking he'd flick it and then go bing. I had to pause it because we have to talk about it or else we'll get dinged. Your usefulness has come to an end. So,
I hear that at the end of every day.
every show that we do and Andrew's on, Andrew,
On the after show, what do you think Dr. Dana says? Your usefulness has come to an end.
We have an after show tonight on Discord. Come check us out, Andrew. All right, I'll be there. Guys, we are not having an
They wait till I take my headphones off.
Just kidding. No, this is the big kind of one of the big crevasses between Jedi and Sith, or dark side and light side, is usefulness. You've outlived your usefulness. And I think where Palpatine, and I'll have some examples for another show, but I can tell you there are examples where, yes, people may outlive their usefulness to the common person, but he will allow those people to survive and live, the Emperor, even after they outlive their quote-unquote usefulness, to be a tool later, to be used later. You never know when you may need them. And that's where this guy fails miserably, because he thinks you just need the one and then you're done. But clearly, we know he ends up losing. Clearly, he probably could have still used her to help defeat Anakin, because that was Anakin's weakness. And he totally found it and used it against him. How is it that Anakin continues to have his entire life, like as if it's his curse, people be taken from him, people be used against him that he loves and cares about?
Is
that
his
his
destiny?
Yeah, I mean, that's gotta suck. And I know, like, we talked about Maul and being, what's his name, pushing the rock up the...
Hercules.
No, not Hercules.
Oh, Atlas?
No.
No.
Starts with a P. But anyways, yeah, he's pushing the rock up the hill, and every time he gets up to a point, it rolls back down. It's just
Dooku?
like, this is his life. Dooku, no.
No, I said pew pew. I'm sorry.
God.
I get giddy when I'm tired.
I know we've only been on.
I think we've all been a little giddy tonight.
It's all good. Let's move.
Your usefulness has come to an end.
Yes. Okay. You're watching this the first time. Do you think she's passed out, dead? What do you think happened right here?
She did.
I was like, she's gone.
It's Sisyphus.
Can't be. Sisyphus. Yeah, I said P.
Sisyphus.
Yeah.
Now, where the hell did you get the P from?
What?
No!
The Jedi have brought me the dagger, and you have brought yourself. Now, Father, you...
I am the king of
Will
pause.
die.
Yeah. So I feel like we've seen this or heard this almost exact speech in the Emperor's throne room in ROTJ. It's modified. It's not exactly, but it's similar. Would we agree?
There's a lot of parallels in this episode to, Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
There's a lot of parallels that kind of do a little foreshadowing.
Absolutely. Obviously intentional. And that's why I had asked about the writer earlier. It's good writing, good directing too.
You will die.
Dang. So watching this the first time, I kind of sensed that something was going to happen, but I didn't know that was going to happen. And then we talked about this earlier in the show, him getting all crazy and leaving. We know that he left because, probably, more than likely, he was pissed because everything had transpired as he had planned up until that point.
Yeah, he was getting cocky.
Yep.
And then his plans were ruined.
After she dies, and here in a moment, I don't know if we'll actually see that piece of the clip, but skies blacken and the ravens or whatever, these dragons start coming in. Everything kind of goes crazy, as if
the Force is unleashed.
The Force is out of balance, brother.
It is. It is out of balance.
Got to show it on the stream, brother.
Dr. Daniel's like, look at this cool scene. We're like, what?
My daughter, what have I done?
Do not
Okay, can she act a little better though? I will get upset for that actress laying on the ground right now. I mean, just come on.
That was a better performance right there than what we got right there.
That was a better performance than. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it.
Say it. It's better than
Say it.
the Acolyte. We all know it.
It is his nature.
No. All is lost.
There it is. It's starting to
balance
darken
has been
around him.
broken.
Yeah, you see it? This is brilliant.
I
Good.
thought by bringing you here I would... But I have destroyed everything.
Yeah, it's because you're an idiot. Look, here's the deal. Like,
Here's the deal.
here's the deal, folks. Like, I know I'm almost 50, and the important thing that I know about what I know is that I don't know shit. And when you get to the point where this old fart is, and he thinks he knows everything, and now he's lost his daughter. Like, I don't care how old you are. I'm gonna get on my preachy box, because if you don't think you need to learn or need to know about you and those around you and continue to grow and think you know everything, this is the shit that's. I'm not saying your daughter's gonna die, but my point is he knew. He thought he had it all packaged up and not prepared for any other sort of avenue of anything else happening. And what happened? He lost his daughter. I'm trying to make the lesson of this part being just don't be so damn cocky, because both of these lost. Your boy, the son, got cocky. Debbie was spot on, right? Cocky guy, and then he got all pissed off and left because his plan didn't work. Father got all cocky, got all pissed off. Daughter lied. What happened? So yeah, you thought you had it all planned out. There's nothing wrong with reviewing, understanding that your plan maybe has a hole. And when I see this is a very holy plan, not sacred holy, holy as in footholes.
Can you help her?
There is no light.
That's it. This is the piece. There is this hole. You ready? One of the big things in Star Wars that we always talk about is redemption and all the good things, right?
Can you help her?
There is no light. The evil has been unleashed, and the dark side shall consume her.
You must help her.
I cannot undo what is done. There is no hope.
Yes, there is. There's always hope.
Okay, dude. Man, after some of the stuff we've talked about on this show and getting deep there with Anakin a few times, that hits a lot different today than it did 2 years ago whenever I finally watched the show. Hearing Anakin yelled at is who I believe was the Anakin we ended up seeing in Return of the Jedi saving his son, right? Like, that's the guy. There is no light. We're done. Screw it. We're all no. Like, you can't tell me there's no hope. And as long as we have hope, and then not to Cam upset you about the Force Awakens, but I mean, there's something to that, right? As long as there's light, there's hope. And here he's saying there is no light. Well, that's bullshit. Anakin's sitting right there, and he's the epitome of both. Oh man, sorry.
I have no problem with The Force Awakens.
No, not at all.
It's the other two.
You like that line that was reflected here and also in that movie, that as long as there's light, essentially we have hope?
Yes. Luke
Yeah.
Skywalker was my light and my hope.
Ah, good one. Good one. When I said at the beginning of the show it hit different, this is what I was talking about, man, because I think we can get in these loops of there is no hope, right? Like, we see things happen, and whether it's in politics or in our world and war and whatever, and it's like, damn, it's never going to change. It's always the same thing. The only thing that changes is the date and who's involved, right? But if that's all that you're clinging to is that lack of light and that lack of hope, then of course, then you're the father, right? You're like, it's over. Just it's over. Well, then why the hell did you bring Anakin in the first place? Right? Isn't he supposed to be the guy? Is he the guy?
He is the guy. Will always be the guy.
Evil has been unleashed, and the dark side shall consume her.
You must help her.
I cannot undo what is done. There is no hope.
Yes, there is. There's always hope.
Dude. I don't know, man. That's tough. He got to make a decision, don't he? Enter James Cameron. Hey, this is a good idea.
And let my daughter's last act.
Actually, I think that came out before this, right? Okay. Anakin's a conduit. Have we ever seen Anakin be a conduit before? Oh yes, it's just when in the instances, but yes, conduit of the Force. I don't know that we really appreciate what that takes. You know, we saw. I know Cameron, your boy Luke died because he was tired, but to force project across.
I will hop off the show if you keep bringing that up.
My point is, you can't just be a lightweight in the Force to be a conduit, right? Like you have to be something special to be able to sit there knelt down doing what he's doing, and it solidifies he is the one. I mean, look at it; he's transferring life force.
Hey, Snips.
Nope, sorry.
What's going on?
Clearly, you shouldn't have had all that fireball last night.
Good to see you.
Sorry. That's all the clips for tonight. I will have more clips next week whenever we finish this off, because we have some things to tie off from this. Overall, scale of 1 to 10, this episode standalone. 1 being terrible, 10 being great. Standalone, this episode. How do you feel?
10.
Really? Cam?
I'd give the whole arc a 10. So I mean, I feel like I gotta just kind of give it a 10.
I'm with you, Andrew.
I'm not giving it anything other than a 10. So
yeah, you don't want to get muted again. When it comes,
I mean,
to
I agree with Cam. The whole arc is a 10 out of 10. So
totally, no, I'm with you. This has got to be. I'm so glad we started talking about this and decided, or I decided to visit it, and you guys are coming aboard because it shows a lot of that dynamic of the relationship of Anakin and Snips. And while we do see it in every episode or whatever, like we see him damn near about to cry. Like, you can't tell me you can't fix her. And he couldn't handle losing her right now, I don't think. 5 years or whatever since his mother died or whatever it was. It's terrible to see him in that position and to know, though, what ends up happening and everything that comes around. This, I think, provided some good made up new backstory for our Anakin chosen one. Yes, whole arc, I'd give it 10. This absolutely a 10, but this is one of my top 10 episodes of all of the Clone Wars, very easily. The saber fighting, as we talked about, just spot on. The story was great. I don't know, everything about it I just really enjoyed. Want to ask you guys this, though, before we move on to our next topic and we put this episode to rest, and that is, when it comes to the relationship, now we saw Snips and Anakin and all this going on. we do not see, I think, Obi-Wan engaged in overseeing that relationship, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. He's more standing back, helping, facilitating, being more the Jedi Master in these episodes. He'll say a word or two to Anakin to what did he say? What was happening? But he's not the main focus of these episodes. Would you guys agree? It's those two right there.
He doesn't interfere much.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No. I think the goal of this arc was to give more depth to Anakin and the relationship with Snips. And I'm glad they did it. Kudos. It was really good. Awesome. Any last thoughts or anything on this episode before we shut it? Awesome. I didn't even give you a chance. That's funny. Debbie's like, no, I ain't saying shit because I'm about to log off in 8 minutes. So next week we will pick this back up and we'll talk through the last episode, which is there's a couple of moments, just it's not as I think as this one is. There's just some really good bits in this one. But it is really good. What is it that you guys if you were to get, I have to ask this, one more animated anything, would you want something to kind of come back to this era again, or do you think the story's told and we're good?
I think the
story's told we're good, man.
Yeah. I think there's enough prequel related shows out there.
You want to leave it, Debbie? You want to leave it with a nice little bow?
I mean, if they did something, I'd watch it.
Sure. That's Debbie's like she just has a recording. Hey, what do you think about this new show? If they show it, I'll watch it. What about this?
If I open up Disney Plus and I see it, I'm hitting play.
I see it.
I mean, I agree.
If
they
I
did,
saw it, I watched it.
I mean, if they did, I mean, if it's Star Wars, I'll watch it. So, I mean, it's
if they could do, and I think I've mentioned this before on Cantina, if they did an animated, just like Clone Wars, but have it set in between each of the originals.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so we get to catch up how did they end up on Hoth? What, all that kind of stuff between. See, okay,
the 3-year gap.
You could have the gang back
you have
together.
The Battle of Neb. That's mentioned, and no one knows what that is. Well, we know what it is because of Legends, but that's mentioned in Return of the Jedi. And I remember being a kid, being like, "What's the battle? He's a Jedi. What? Battle of Tanab." Someone must have told them about that little maneuver, the Battle of Tanab.
We've also talked about on Cantina that it'd be cool if they did like what DC does, but like with Legend books, like give us an hour and 15, hour 20-minute animated movie or miniseries of Legends books. And
give me a 2-part The Killing Joke, but give it to me in whatever. Give me Darth Treya and the story of that. That is.
And you could specify it's Legends.
Yeah, they could totally do a series even on the games.
Yeah.
I don't play the games, and what little I know of the Old Republic or whatever is just from the few books, because there's not a whole lot. Just from the few books I've read, and I really enjoyed. They could do a whole animation series on that.
And like if they did a Legend stuff, they could take what's in every Legends book. There's that message that says this is a Legend story. They could put that like as soon as you hit play, that's the first thing that pops up. So people like casual fans like, oh, okay, this is Legend. So
when you
it's
look
like a
at
no-brainer to me.
Those are all standalone hour and a half, hour 15, hour 45-minute movies, animated movies that are based on a comic or a comic series that are not intertwined with each other. They're just standalone, fantastic movies. Red Hood, that was a great one.
They have hits and misses, but I feel like they have more hits.
Yeah, I love those Batman ones, man. They're so good. Anyways, Mask of the Phantasm, that was a good one. Yeah. Anyways, I'm with you. I think that would be a great addition in a way that maybe is less intrusive and would upset fans.
Mhm.
What are we talking about? They're fans are pissed off.
Star Wars fans would get mad at anything.
That saber was not the correct color blue. It was more of a That's where.
Why is there a shadow if it's a lightsaber?
Lightsabers should not have shadows. They're
His eyes
plasma.
were green in the comics. Why are they blue?
That doesn't sound like Mark Hamill.
And Mark, that's not my Luke. I'm not. I hear you, man. He's not my Luke either. Next week, episode 17. We're closing out the Mortis Arc. We are also going to talk a little bit about something next week of a fan engagement thing I'm cooking up that I'll talk to you cats about later. The following week, I will be on the show. I don't know what we're doing for the show. Someone had an idea. I think Cam had said something about doing a comic, looking at a piece, and I'm like, hell yeah, episode 71, do it. And they're off to the races. So please, yes, do it. I can't wait. I don't know what it was about. You wanna give a heads up on what we were talking about, or have we not decided yet?
I don't know if we decided. I just, you and I a couple weeks ago were trying to figure out what we might do for the show, and Woods and I went to Barnes and Noble Sunday, and she was shopping, and I was just sitting down reading some comics, and they had a Thrawn comic there, and I was just like, man, what's kind of, I know they have the Battle of the Insurgency, I don't know. So I've been seeing panels of the one they're doing, shows like Prime Luke, and then I know they have a Kylo one that's coming out.
Mhm.
And I just went to the Reddit kind of subreddit and just seeing what people were saying about even canon comics now. And there seemed to be like some gems in there, man. And I was just like, man, it might be cool if we could, I don't know, maybe pick one we all might be interested in, just kind of read along together or read it, and then we talk about it and kind of go from there. And just because apparently they do a good job of filling in some of the gaps, and
Mhm.
I think somebody like me could probably learn to appreciate that more, because there's, I think they do a really good job of fleshing Kylo out from what a lot of people on the subreddit said. So whether it be canon comics, Legends comics, whatever, I think might be cool to kind of dabble into, because there's some gems there from what people were saying.
Mhm. Yeah, and we've touched on some of the canon stuff in the comics and even non-canonical stuff. I think it's a great idea. I think we should totally look at a series or an arc within one of those and talk about for a day or two. I did go through like the first 2 volumes of the new Vader comic a few years ago. And that's where you learn of really getting to the in-depth of with the Inquisitors and the Dr. Afra and some
I'm
Jocasta
reading
Nu.
that right now.
So good, man. The Dr. Afra piece is good. I didn't like her too much, but I do like the story. It's really good.
It's like a female indie,
yeah,
pretty much.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. We'll figure out how to get it displayed, talk about it, whatever. There's some good stuff to be had. So I appreciate that. So look forward to that, like starting around episode 71.
And if anyone has
71.
And if anyone has any comics that they have read, just drop in the chat or drop it in the
Yeah.
comments. I mean, I'm kind of not super knowledgeable about the comics outside of the Vader ones, so if there's any ones we should start out with, let us know, because games start out anywhere. They get a wide range.
Okay. Let's go. Zane should be back next week. Got all kinds of stuff happening on the other network that we are friends with that are mentioned in our show all the time, like Cantina Happy Hour and DC Sundays. Aren't you guys starting that?
Never heard of that before.
Well, Andrew was supposed to do some kind of DC show, and then he puked on it.
Oh my goodness!
No, there was. I asked Kat if we would do a DC show. Then it was like, "You want to do it?" I'm like, "No, I can't be a host. What are you talking about?"
Okay, you got you and Debbie that both want to but don't want to do it. So I think between the two of you, y'all could probably make it happen.
Yeah, I've been reading the Injustice comic. That was one of the ones I bought on Sunday, like
It's
the
good.
complete year one. I read the year 0 one too. Was not a big fan, but that was also written 2 years ago, so that might explain a little bit of the choices they made in that comic. But God, that comic's sad. I mean, I played the game, but like, God, the comic's just
Injustice.
yeah. Some
I
of the
never played. I don't know anything about the story at all.
God, some of the parts are just God. I'm just like, I had to like take a break to like kind of take it
Like
all in,
sad
man.
and tragic, or like, huh?
Yeah.
Have you read it, Debbie? No.
I'm just now reading Vader comics. I mean, I find it annoying because, one, I don't want to sit on my computer with the big screen and try to read it.
Mhm.
So, I have it on my Kindle, which, when I'm sitting in my car eating lunch and I'm trying to hold my dish and then I'm trying to, read the panels that are like this big. The story is good so far, but it's just freaking annoying.
Yeah, the video games are super cool. I really liked them, but
I suck at them.
the comics definitely. I mean, the comics are based off the games. They're
Mhm.
just fleshed out
So
a
it
little
was a
bit more.
game first before it was a comic.
Yeah,
I see.
great game.
So is Marvel Rivals. That's super fun.
That's also a great game.
It is. Let's see what else. I think that's it. So yeah, we got Cam, Young Justice.
It has been a while, but yes, I have watched Young Justice. I watched the first 2 seasons and
That's
did not
not
watch after
that.
that.
I'm thinking something I'm thinking something Teen Titans or something.
Yeah,
That's not the same.
I've actually
Young
thought
Justice
about.
was the show they pulled like a Clone Wars. It like ended, and then they had a new season come out like years later.
Is
Yeah,
that cartoon
I haven't watched that. Yeah,
or
it is.
animated?
Yeah, it's animated. It's on Max.
It's on Max. Okay, check it out. Cool. Okay, couple of last announcements. We've got like 104 something followers all of a sudden on Facebook. We had a couple more, so thank you guys. We had a couple more here. I think we had like 10 plus 10 in 30 days. Like that's a first for
Wow.
us. So except for when we first launched. So we appreciate that, of course, too. We're on our way to I don't know what it looks like on Twitch. I don't think I've ever even logged into Twitch since I streamed to Twitch. Like since I set
You're
that up.
streaming on it right now, brother.
I am. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know how that happened. Right. So yeah. So tonight we talked about Light Dark as we always do, but we talked mostly about Snips and Anakin, that relationship between siblings with the brother and the son, or the son and the daughter, and her sacrifice.
Lord.
Anakin being the we talked all kinds of stuff tonight. It was super informative and fun, and I highly suggest you guys stick a pin in it and replay tomorrow whenever you're not having wine with the show. No, I don't drink wine with the show. I drink whiskey.
And never ever fact check us on anything.
Never fact check us. Our lore master is not here, and he is the fact checker because when he doesn't know, he does go to Wookiee. So, all right. Next week,
Spread
looking forward to it.
misinformation.
Closing this out, and you guys got all kinds of stuff happening between Cantini. I was joking about the DC thing. Cantini.
I was going to say, what kind of name is that anyway?
Cantini. I saw Janae throwing an at you wine. Oh, I don't know who you are. What was the Janae was posting something about a short something? You guys doing shorts now?
Yeah, Anime is doing anime. Janae is doing anime recommendations.
There we go.
And then Ando is doing video game rankings. And then occasionally we have a This Week in Star Trek.
Nice. Well, that's a start.
Yeah. And then there's always a short for our shows, War of the Stars.
War of the Stars? Heck yeah, dude. Mm-hmm. Awesome. Geek and I was on making a comment a little earlier. Go check their show out, too. All right. Debbie, we are closing the show. You will get to leave in 35 seconds.
Oh, my God.
I know. Thank you. I don't even know what I'm looking at right now. Is that your head? Oh, okay. Dude.
Sorry, bro.
Hey, this is a family-friendly show. Come on.
What a way to end.
Oh, you know what? Those of you in
Outro.
Spotify and iTunes world, you need to go check out the video. And
I just go to 1 hour, 36 minutes and about.
We need to edit.
I'm
is that your head? And Cam goes up. It's What I've Done by Linkin Park.
I'm not even paying attention. I look up and I don't know what I'm looking at. And it took a second for it to realize what I was looking
All
at.
we see is curly hair.
In between a blanket.
Take it from there. Let your imagination roam.
It's a Star Wars blanket,
Let
bro.
it be free.
It's a Star Wars blanket. It even has sequel stuff on it.
You just see Cam start to go,
yeah. That's the shirt. Yeah. Okay. No shirt taking off, Janae. We're not going to talk anything about that, about anyone.
Not even a shoulder. We don't even get a shoulder.
Take it off.
Tat or no tat? Tat or no tat? I'll give you a shoulder. Tat or no tat?
You know
tat,
you want
tat,
to,
tat.
bro. Take it off.
Oh, cool. Well, the mic was blocking it.
Oh,
that's really cool.
Is that like a Celtic cross of some sort?
Yeah. Celtic cross. 4.5 hours, one sitting. It was awesome. Okay. Enough about that. I'm not going to show you the other ones because I have to take my shirt off for that. Just kidding.
Wait for the After Dark.
Right, wait for the After Dark. We will jump over to After Dark, and we will be there for a little bit. Not too late tonight because we're just going to watch episode 17, hang out, talk for a bit, and that's it. And join us in After Dark on our Discord server. You can find the link to our Discord server on our link tree, which is in our bio everywhere. Just go.
You have to press the link to get a
Linktree.
link to go to another link.
Just go to linktree/@ the Sith Dominion and click the first thing I think is our Discord server. So yeah, come check us out. Any last things? What do you got this week, Cameron, besides going to sleep in your cuddle blanket?
Work.
Awesome. Debbie.
Work.
Andrew. House sitting.
Just living life. Yeah.
I see that.
Well, and your words just popping around different shows, making
That's
my
right.
way around.
That's
like
right.
a record,
Yes.
That's what I
right.
do. I
You're like the
hop around different shows.
You're like the neighborhood bicycle, man. Everyone gets a turn. All right. Everyone, we appreciate you tuning in. We appreciate your engagement. And we absolutely love having these nights to just talk crap about Star Wars. Thank you all. Remember, kids, peace is a lie. There's only passion. Good night.